Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't had macaroni and hot dogs in like 25 years. Except for like one exception. Well, if it isn't Mr. Rory Boyle. How's it going, Rory? Tupperware convention, that's awesome. Were you like working or? Oh, no. I'll be honest, that's hard to hear. Cool.
Nope, 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 nope.
All right, that's enough of him. Sorry, dude's really let that fan club go to his head. Back in the pot. 8 tablespoons of butter. Cheese sauce / powder. Half a cup of milk. I'm sure someone's already said it. Why did you buy a family size? They were out. My grocery store was out of the regular Kraft mac and cheese. So I had to get family style. I don't think I've ever cooked a box of this large. I'm just gonna knock on my neighbor's door and give everybody a little bowl. Taste test. It always hits. The Vienna all beef Franks, which I've definitely never had at macaroni. These are kind of the Chicago staple right here. I'm gonna go plate. I think normally I would do a bowl. I think it's gonna show up better for this video on a plate. Hands can be utensils, right? Bam. Plate for me, bowl for Allie. Dinner is served. It's like a very simple meal that requires so many dishes because I air fried the hot dogs. Nobody said it was fancy. And honestly, we know it's not fancy. We don't want it to be fancy. It's easy to put together. It's a childhood staple in America in like the 90s.
Macaroni and cheese with cut-up hot dogs.
You have done enough.
Making this one possible here today, the person that donated for me to eat macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, Mr. Kourtny Basinger. Mac and cheese and hot dogs, hell yeah, man, nostalgia meal. Cheese emoji, hot dog emoji, Kourtny looking fly in his Detroit Lions jersey, 25 bucks. Let's go to Nostalgia Kitchen. This was a popular one for me if I stayed over friends' houses. I feel like their parents made this a lot. We made macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, but my dad would always put the hot dogs in buns and we'd have mac and cheese on the side, like constantly. Double the carbs. Other friends, family, this was cool because I was like, oh, sick, it's just all on one plate. Kourtny, this is for you. The Vienna beef is so much better than ballpark Franks, which is what so many people would have growing up. We were a Kogel's family, and that's one of Detroit's kind of best things is Kogel's. And Chicago has Vienna beef, which is fantastic. And you know exactly how this tastes. And you don't eat it as an adult because, I mean, why would you? Something you probably don't realize as a kid is the reason this is also so good is the greasiness and the saltiness of the hot dog kind of like makes its way throughout the meal, even the bites that you're only having macaroni and cheese. Like if that hot dog is kind of touched the noodles, you get the hot dog flavor. Zero frills. None.
It tastes like childhood, but with a better hot dog.
And a hot dog flavored water!
So in the beginning of this video, I said there's one exception to me having this like literally once since I was 11. This is such a good like Monday night meal. I studied abroad in Italy when I was 20, and it was me and 3 guys that I met on the trip, and we stayed in downtown Florence and stayed with a house mom. And they sign up to, you know, do all your laundry, cook for you, all that stuff. So you really get quite an immersive experience of being 4 dudes going to Italy and kind of like living amongst everyone. You're not staying in a hotel, it's not some dorm. It was awesome. And my house mom's name was Matilda. She was actually a teacher at the school that I was taking classes at, but she wasn't one of my teachers, and she had been there forever. She was probably in her 70s, maybe late 70s. And when we got there, it was like rolling out the red carpet. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything 5 stars, like such different types of food than I'd ever have. Like a true Italian mother cooking meals for you and waiting on you hand and foot. It was wild. And then about halfway through the summer, we noticed that the meals started to kind of drop off a little bit. Like food started to feel and taste a little left over. There was a lot more Tupperware in the house all of a sudden we were being fed. And then it got to a point where we realized when we were at school, all of her grandkids were coming over to the house, and she was cooking these like elaborate meals for them, and we were getting all of the leftovers. And then they started staying at the house. It was 4 boys staying in 2 rooms, and then they had like this whole other wing of the house that all the little like 8 and 9-year-olds were staying at. Matilda started cooking us just some sort of a protein put with like noodles, 0 anything else. And I remember the one night we sat down after being like on this crazy trip for school, and we came back and she served us macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, and it was like cold. And we found out later that she was like so overwhelmed with all the cooking, I mean rightfully so, but she signed up for it, that she looked up what Americans like that's simple, went to the store and got that and made it. Like, I don't know what brand macaroni this was. I don't know where she got these hot dogs. We were all sitting around the table at each other just like looking like, what the hell is happening? One of the funniest experiences when you're 20 and you just see this crazy drop off. Like we were literally going to school every day telling all the other kids like, dude, we're literally like kings. We're princes of this house. And then it all came swinging the other way. We used to have her dinners later in the summer and then all go to McDonald's and like have dinner together later because it was so bad. It was such a wild culinary summer. As far as comfort meals go, I don't know why I stopped eating this. There's probably no dignity to eating this, but it's good. Is there a childhood, like embarrassing childhood meal that you still eat and you just find no shame? Like, are you actively buying ding dongs and ho-hos at the store and just eating them? I don't like how I consider that a meal. I should do this with like Polish sausage, like true Chicago Polish sausage, and like rigatoni noodles. That'd be the adult version.
That's just called pasta.
Probably. As a kid, it was always ketchup as a little add-on to this. As an adult, well, this is kind of like what I started using in college, was like the obsession with sriracha. Before I really diversified and liked, I think, better hot sauces. Let's try sriracha on this. It's so good. Sriracha has a great consistency. Kourtny, thanks for taking me down memory lane today. I feel good. It's that winter coat for your heart. That's what it feels like in the winter. The Venmo, the CashApp, the PayPal, right here. If there's something you love that you want to see me make on this show, that's how this works. That's how the episodes happen. And also, the Rory Boyle Fan Club, Rory Boyle, $5 a month, helps the show out. Everybody that you're seeing on screen right now is an active member of the club. Virtually unchanged since I was a kid. This recipe just hits. All right, guys, I'm gonna go finish this. I'll let you get out of here. Let's chat macaroni and cheese and hot dogs today in the comments. Macaroni and cheese and hot dogs up, macaroni and cheese and hot dogs down. We all kids.